to my place, and you don't know what it is. It did to me. Like, speaks to me. Where's Vegas at? Where's Vegas? Speaks to me. Mm. Vegas, where you at? I can make you hurricane on it. 100 bands making rain on it. Tie it up, make you tattoo my name on it. Make you cry like a baby girl. Vegas. Make you cry like a baby girl. Let's all go and make a video. Baby, yeah, what I'm yeah. Vegas. Is that you? Bring it over to my place. You don't know what you did. Come on, hop on the panel, Vegas. How I get you on the panel? We got some things we need to talk about. Mm, you need a link. Let me see if I could. I don't know how to do that. Let me see. Share. What the? Go ahead, start your show. Um, okay, I see the link. Copy link. But I don't know how to comment. Healing energy on me. How do I comment to y'all? I have no idea how to comment. Get it. I think I can get it too. Okay. Anyways, for those that are watching, this is Desi Talks, and we're going to be talking about relationships. So if y'all have anything y'all want to speak on or y'all want to add to, you're more than welcome to hop in these comments and let me know just what you think. I really want to start with, how do you guys feel about relationships in this generation, past generation, any generation? What do you think is hurting the relationships today? Hi, Yami. Thank you for joining, Yami. Me personally, I feel like what's hurting relationships today is lack of communication and lack of people working on themselves. Hi, Ymir. Shout out to Ymir, y'all. Thank you for joining the live. Everybody, thank you for joining the live. But yeah, I feel like lack of communication, lack of people working on themselves, because if you're not working on yourself, how can you be the correct person for another individual? How can you be a person who can listen and cater to the next if you're not even working on yourself? You're not going to have so much to give if you're not putting that energy into you. So I really feel like, in my own experience, my own opinion, I feel like in order to have a healthy relationship, we have to communicate, we have to work on ourselves, and we have to hear the other person out. Happy birthday, Ashley. Hi from Missouri. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, Jared. Relationships are subscriptions. Yes, I can see that. I feel like in some degree relationships are subscriptions. It's more so about, everybody has these walls up, right? And that's the other thing I was talking about is working on yourself. So since everybody has these walls up, when they do try to date or talk to people, it's what can I take for this? What can I take for this? What can I get from this person? Instead of, okay, I'm healed. I've worked on myself. Now I'm allowing myself to enter a relationship or enter, I don't know. I don't really like to say talking stage, but let's just say courting and dating, right? I'm enter the courting and dating field and I'm ready to get back out there again. And I feel like, who said that? What was his name? Or it's Yami or Yami. I'm sorry. I can't really see your picture. But Yami, yeah, I feel like relationships are subscriptions. To some degree, they are subscriptions. Hi, my name is Erilyn. I'm on my mom's phone. Hi, Erilyn. Nice to meet you. It's happy birthday, Ashley. I believe I already said happy birthday. Thank you, Vegas, for moderating and doing what you do best. Y'all, everybody go like and subscribe to Vegas. She also has some really, really good content. So shout out to Vegas. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are about, relationships and what's hurting and what could people do to kind of bring back that unionship between one another. Because right now it's bad, y'all. I mean, people are like separated. It's more so of toxicity. People are admirizing toxicness, right? Because we all know that when you're in a toxic, well, I'll speak for myself. I have been in a toxic relationship, but um people feed off of toxicity. It gives their brain that dopamine, like, oh, okay, this is exciting. And some people are just used to being toxic. So, I want to know you guys' input on what should we be bringing back? What should we be bringing back in healthy relationships? Men and women. This is non-biased. This is non gender. This is just all general across the board. No race, no gender. This is all across the board. So, not be doing that. No, sir. We are not doing that here on this talking about relationships and healing. We No one's taking off their clothes. So you want to see people take off their clothes, I'm gonna need you to go to OnlyFans. 'Cause this ain't it. This is Desi Talks. But yeah, y'all, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think as far as these relationships goes. I feel like we have to get back into unionship. It shouldn't be no reason um why people are separated. It's such a divide now. Toxic relationships are dangerous. I've been in a few, one and none now. Yes, they're very dangerous. Thank you for sharing, Broken Lugness. I like your name, it's funny. But thank you for sharing that. Yes. Toxic relationships are very dangerous. Like I said, I ain't got nothing. I've been in a few. I've been single. I haven't been in a full committed relationship since 2018, you know? And I chose the self-healing route. I want to work on myself. And I'm still, even though it would be nice in a perfect world, it would be nice to have a relationship, but it's so much stuff going on and I've healed to a certain degree to where now I just don't play them games. I do not play them games. And I feel like even for me, even though I've said I've healed, I'm still healing. There are things that have been brought to my attention before when I've tried to date, and I'll be like, you know what? I'm not gonna be able to do that. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like once you show me bullshit, my mouth, once bullshit get hit with me, my mouth, and I'm like I said, I'm an Aries. For those, if y'all Aries, drop a ram in the chat. Drop a ram in the chat if we got any Aries watching this live. But if you're Aries, we go 0 to 100 real quick, real quick. Like I said, I haven't been in a relationship since 2018. So it's like I can't, certain things I'm not going to be able to do. I'm not going to be able to do. So, and I know that about myself. And I feel like, you know what? There are going to be times in relationships, they're not perfect. There's going to be arguments, and I need to know how to control. Yeah, I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened, but this live, see, they don't want us talking. My live just went out. That's how you know. But yeah, going back to what I was just speaking on, the live before the live got interrupted mysteriously. Um, yeah, small lag. Yeah, I kind of seen that. Um, but as I was stating, yeah, there are things that I need to work on as far as being in relationships and stuff like that. And I feel like, again, like how I was stating earlier, it's too much toxicity being accepted. And I feel like some people can't even, like, don't get me wrong, I feel like some people can't even operate in a relationship correctly unless toxicity is brought into the relationship. Like, you ever hear somebody tell their story and they be like, "Oh, I can't deal with this person. Da 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 da. They crazy. They do this da da da," and they be right back with them. They be right, and I'm guilty for it. I'm this non-biased society. I'm guilty for it. They be right along back there with them because it's that toxicness, and then if you smacking too, you hitting it too. That's still building that connection. So you can't be toxic and be having smack. Can I say sex on here? I don't know. And be having sex on here or sex in general and expect that relationship to change. No, like it's too much toxic, it's too much energy, it's too much bullshit in that circle. And it's keeping people in that loop. So yeah, I really find that interesting. So yeah, y'all, like, what are your thoughts on how we can what is the okay, we already know the faults. What is the resolution to this? What is some good key counterpoints on how we can bring back genuine real love? I'm born in the 90s, bro. I thought when I was gonna grow up, I thought I was gonna have this fairy tale, your really positive thoughts. Yeah, man. I'm a lover girl, okay? And I'm trying to get down to the bottom. I'm putting a halt to the bullshit and the heartbreak and the bullshit that's been going on. I'm tired. I am tired. I want to be loved too. And I know y'all want to be loved too. So, what is the resolution? We all see people talking, being toxic here, being toxic there, a drama. Fuck that shit. We need to put our foots down and we need to come up with a great resolution on how we can bring peace and love back, bro. Because as a human race, this is not, again, we ain't gonna blame black women. We already know what's going on in our community. We already know what's going on in our community. So, with that being said, and there's too many videos that talk about it. So, we all know about that this person is doing this and that person is doing that. Fuck all that. I'm tired of hearing all that. What is the resolution on how we can bring back our people? And I want to start with our people first, and then everybody. How can we bring back everybody together? Love, peace, and harmony. That's what I want to know. I don't want to hear, I don't, women do this and men do that. I don't want to hear that shit. What is the resolution to this shit? And we all got to start analyzing, like, look, and then this is going for anybody that has the thought of, I'm gonna mess with this person and I'm gonna see what I could get out of them. It start with them people too. Cause why is you wasting people's time? It's men and women. I don't give a fuck. It start with when you first initiate, if you see somebody and you first initiate something, even if it is just, I don't do hookups, but for those that do hookups and all that shit, even if it's just that, make it clear. Just make it clear on that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But for those that are looking for committed, long term, healthy relationships, leave them alone. Let them go on about their day. If you're not looking for a long term, he's just getting interrupted. Live is just getting interrupted. I must be preaching to somebody today because the live said, not today, we is not going to speak on love, peace, and healing. And I don't like my lives being interrupted now. But back to what I was saying, like, for those that are looking for long term healthy relationships, and for those that want to play games and, leave them alone. Just leave them alone. And if you are looking for casual hookups, let that be clear to a person. But everybody needs to be playing in their own field of whatever you're trying to do, period. But I know for the start, for those that actually want to bring back real love, that is tired of laying at home in the bed, and okay, it's like whether you make money and you look good and stuff like that. There's somebody for everybody at the end of the day. There's somebody for everybody. We're not supposed to be separated like this. This is unnatural as fuck. No, we're not supposed to just be out here causing divide of, well, the men did this and the women do that. And we all see it. We all on social media. We all got phones. We all see the divide. And that's doing is pushing more of an agenda on the human race. But naturally, there is somebody for everybody, but it's going to have to start with people that have interior motives, man and women. Again, man and women. For those that have ulterior, well, I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say, like that have hidden motives and stuff like that, they gotta stop. Get in your field and play your line of work. You looking for sex? Go find you a girl that's looking for sex. If you looking for just sex, why are you trying to mess with the women that want a full-term relationship? Why? Why are we doing that? If you looking for a full-time relationship, why are you messing with somebody that's just looking for sex? It go both ways. And I feel like people gotta really just start being honest here. Like, just be honest. You know how many people are on this planet? Whatever fetishes, whatever the fuck you're looking for, I promise you, somebody else is looking for the same thing. You just gotta go up and meet up with them. That's it. That's all. But what we have to understand is we have to just get down to the reality of there's a problem. And I'm tired of seeing so much hate and so much negativity and so much divide amongst the human race. Our race, yes, of course, but just it's out it's shit. It's too much shit going on. The dating pool got syphilis and herpes, and that shit is in a drought. The dating pool is a drought right now. What did Lil Wayne say? The drought fall? This the drought fucking 10th. Okay? The dating pool got so much bullshit up in it. And we gotta come together, y'all. We have to come together. So what are y'all thoughts? What do you think we should be what should we be doing? Do we gotta start our online build a better community for love website or what? Like what we gotta do for over the 18th, how to court men, women and stuff. Like what we gotta do? It's crazy, y'all. Yeah, Vegas, yeah, I agree. I agree. It's crazy, you know? Anyways, a side note, I just hope everyone's having a good day. I hope if you guys are looking for relationships and whatever type of partner you're looking for, you're gonna find it. You just got to go through the bullshit first. And everybody has their own journey right now. So if you're not looking for, if you haven't found the person that you are looking for, 9 times out of 10, you got some work you got to do for yourself. Whether that's healing yourself, whether it's building that business, whether it's you still getting things in place for you and to see, for yourself what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, if you guys haven't, I'm tired. It's like the fourth time I've had this lag. I don't know what's going on, but it's annoying. But like what I was saying, if you have found that person for you, good, that's great. Cherish that person. And that's another thing I want to talk about. Hold on. Let me eat my ice real quick. Y'all don't judge me. I'll be eating ice. I got low iron. We working on it. Thank you, Vegas. But that's another thing I want to talk about. For those that do have a partner, and a good partner at that, why y'all be disrespecting them? I really want to know, genuinely asking, like all bullshit aside, for those that do have a partner and you're in a relationship, whether it's one or the other, why you be doing your partner wrong? Like I said, I've been single since 2018. I've been single since 2018. For those that have a partner and you guys are all in a relationship, y'all probably live together and some more stuff. Why are you doing your I'm on your ass. Why are you doing your partner wrong? That's what I want to know. Man or woman. Like I said, I'm not putting the blame on look, you know what you do. Why are you doing your partner wrong? You helping them, you cooking for them, or you going to work, you catering to them, making sure your family is straight, man or women. I don't care who. If you got somebody good in your life, you need to take care of them. You better be grateful you have somebody good in your life because not everybody gets the luxury of having that. Good people come a dime a dozen. If you have somebody good in your life, you need to be taking care of that person because you don't know who might scoop them up. And then, like I said, it's for men or women. You don't know who may scoop them up. You might be in desperation one day. You can't be burning bridges with people, like I said, man or women. You can't be burning bridges with people that be there for you, that stay down with you, that's been loyal to you, that take care of you, that make shit happen out of nowhere for you. I'm talking to you. You know who I'm talking to. Stop cheating on your person because I see through your bullshit. Real shit though. If you got a good person in your life, tell them you love them today. This is your sign. Tell them you love them today. Tell them you're grateful for everything that they've done for you. Go spend some money on them. Go take them on a vacation. Go here go some Starbucks or something. I don't know. But if you have somebody and you out here hoeing around town, doing whatever, man or women, there's no shade to nobody. Man or women, because girls be cheating too. I'm not a cheater, but I'm just saying, girls be cheating too. Stop. And whoever you cheating with, go be with that motherfucker. This is how I see it. Whoever you're cheating with, go be with that person. Why are you playing two on two? Stop. Because clearly, if you cheating, you like it over there. So just go be over there. If this person ain't doing what you think is right for you and stuff like that, you need to stop cheating and go be with the person you cheating on with. But everybody got to stop with the lies and the sneaking around and the fabrication and the toxicity. Go do what you want to do. Go be with who you want to be with. It's not hard and you saving everybody time. Stop. Me personally, I don't like my time wasted. So if I was dealing with somebody and they like it better somewhere else, I would prefer them to go be with somebody else. You know, depending on how the relationship was, it may hurt me a little bit. But one thing I don't fucking play with is my fucking time. Now, money I could get back. You go make some money. You go get up and find something to do. Go, man, I can't get my fucking time back. I cannot get time back. So, like I was saying, if you have somebody good in your life, you need to take care of them. Like, stop playing games. Everybody need to be honest around here. We need to be truthful in this bitch. You want to go fuck? Go find somebody that want to fuck. You want to be in a relationship? Find somebody that want to be in a relationship. You want to just stay to yourself? Don't entertain nobody. But when we start, and even with the preferences, y'all be killing me with that too. The preferences. I I like a girl that stays in the house and she dress modest. Well, stop trying to get with the bitch that don't dress modest, and you trying to change her into being a girl that be in the house. Like, what are we doing? It's the same thing for women. Same thing for women. I swear, I'm being non-biased here. It's the same thing for women. If you like a hood, I'm just throwing examples out there. There's no shade to nobody. Broken lug nuts, exactly right. Years ago, I called my ex girlfriend with her ex. I just walked in out and ended the relationship. Yes, as you should. As you should. People gotta stop pretending and lying and trying to change people, as you should. You catch somebody cheating on you, and that's another thing. So I'm very spiritual. If y'all don't know nothing about me, take what resonate, but I'm very spiritual. I believe in karma, right? I believe heavily in karma because karma done. I was young. That's another story time for another day. I was young one time and I got humbled real fucking quick. So I don't play about karma. I'm really in tune with if you fuck somebody over, you may not get that karma then, oh, but you gonna get it. That's why I don't play with karma. Look, somebody doing me wrong. Okay, that's cool. Have a blessed day. I'm gonna heal from it. I'm gonna move on. Have a blessed day. You go do what you need to do over there. I'm gonna be sad over here, but I'm gonna get my shit together. But just what Broken Love Next said, you catch somebody fucking over on you, leave them. And then like I don't. It's hard for me to say that because we all been there, right? It's easier said than done. But when you know your self worth and you know who you are, and it just depends on the severity of whatever happened on the relationship. Anybody that truly cares about you wouldn't even put you in a predicament to go do some shit like that or to, catch them cheating on somebody like that. So it's like, people got to stop playing these games. Like, do what you want, but do your shit in your truth. Live in your fucking truth. There's no way in hell it's already hard, and that's why I never, I never cheated, and it's hard to even cheat for me because I'm the type of person. It's already hard to deal with one motherfucker, so let alone two of y'all. You know, no shade to the men. I don't want my channel to be known as I don't thought I am general in this bitch. But we know how niggas could be. So imagine if I was a cheater and I'm cheating on my nigga with another nigga. That is just too much. It's just too much because you gotta keep up with your lies. One nigga could be pissing you off, and now you gotta explain to your main nigga why you mad, and you can't even really explain to him why you mad because you're cheating. And then it's like, well, babe, what's wrong? I cooked you dinner, and it's like I don't want fucking dinner. I want it dick from him, and I don't know. I'm just throwing examples out there, but it's like people have to start being honest with what they want in their life. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the whole reason why relationships are shit now is because it's honesty. No one's being honest with motherfuckers. Everybody's playing a facade. They lying. They hiding behind these masks. And it's like all you gotta do. is say what you want. And then if you say what you want, you know how many people are on this planet? You can find what you want. You're gonna We've all been there. A relationships aside, if y'all wanted something, you found a way to go get it, right? It's the same way. It's the same thing. So it's kind of like we got to stop with the facades. We got to stop with the lying. We got to stop with being manipulative. We got to stop with the cheating because cheating is dishonesty. Lying is dishonesty. So I feel like the key points of why relationships are failing is honesty. And me personally, you know, relationships aren't perfect. And I've always any spouse I've ever been with, I would tell them like, don't lie to me. Literally, don't lie to me. Like, I'd rather you tell me something, the truth, even if it's gonna hurt my feelings. Dead ass. Even if it was gonna hurt my feelings, I would still want you to tell me the truth. But yeah, y'all, that's my input on that. If you guys feel like I've missed any points or anything, like feel free to drop in the comments and share what y'all is what you feel like is hurting relationships, especially in today's time, and how we can fix it. Thank you, Vegas. I want you to hop on the panel and share your input too, because I feel like the world needs to know, you know, we got to find a way to resolve this issue that we have in these relationships. And like I said, my key counterpoint was honesty. Everything leads back to being dishonest. People are not saying what they want. People are trying to get people, and when they do get them, they have them in hopes of changing them into somebody they're not. And it's like people are not living in their truth. Like I said, if you're a man and you like a natural girl, you know how many times I done seen natural women all over the world. There's a lot of natural beautiful women. If you like natural women, go be with a natural woman. Don't get with a girl that shows skin and you want her in the house and you want her to be modest. Go get you a modest woman, and it's vice versa. If you don't want a modest woman and you want this type of woman, go get that. And the same thing for women. Same thing for women. If you want a hood nigga, go get you a hood nigga. But you can't get mad if the nigga ain't treating you right. I'm just saying. I am just saying. If you want a hood thugged out in the street scammer, you know what I'm saying? He in and out of jail. Go get you a hood nigga, baby. But you can't get mad when he a little too hood and you wondering why he not courting you right. I've been guilty in my past when I was younger. I thought it was fun being on the sidelines in the passenger seat, playing that trap music. You know what I'm saying? Every day was a different journey. But ain't no fun with the rabbit got the gun. I'm telling you, y'all, them hood niggas is not all what they cracked out to be. And then another thing, get you a good guy. It's hard for me to say good guy because it's like I know there's good guys out there, but it's kind of hard nowadays to identify one. But anyways, women, get you a good guy, one that cherishes you right, one that treats you right, and you'll be able to. You could kind of tell a little bit because I don't know. I feel like even with the good guys, they be sneaky. They good, but they be even more sneaky. You gotta watch out for that. But moral of the story is get you a good guy, basically. He may not be all attractive at first. It be like that sometimes. But you can still get to know somebody for their personality. And if you don't like them, then you just don't like them, you know? But what we gotta stop doing is trying to change people. We have to stop doing that. We gotta stop using people. We have to stop using people. And I know a lot of people, especially around the world, have been hurt. They've been broken. They've lost their trust in humanity, right? I feel like we could all kind of agree that we're kind of losing hope in humanity right now. But we can also all agree that this shit is not natural. It's unnatural as fuck for the whole entire human race to be at war with one another. Relationships are not relationships. We don't see nature doing that. And like I said, for y'all that don't know, I'm very, very spiritual. I'm very, very in tune with the world, the earth, the animals, all that shit. So if you look at nature, right? Nature ain't doing this shit. They is sticking together. They're fending for their families. They're in love. They're freaking procreating. They're doing what nature do. Meanwhile, the human species is just fucking running amok. The human species is literally running amok, and it's like, bro, like we're not supposed to be living like this, you know. I'm not saying everything's gonna be peaches and cream all the time, no. But if you look back at some people like to say like our grandparents' time or whatever, and I feel like a lot of reason why our grandparents lived a long time is you got to think, especially in the if we're going to speak on the community, the black community, I feel like a lot of the reason why our grandparents stuck together, you got to look at that time frame. You know, we had slavery going on. We had all that slavery shit going on. So it was like literally us versus that shit, right? So I feel like that's kind of one of the reasons why our family stuck more together is because for our safety, you know, that's all we had. We had no choice. Like we had one another. And I feel like the love was also pure because, and I feel like that's another thing. We had real shit going on back then, you know? And I feel like that the concept of struggle love. We not too much in the struggle for like, yeah, shit is going up, but it's not like how it used to be. Like, yeah, shit is going up. So all that struggle love shit, it's like, oh, I want him to stay down to the come up, or I want her to stay down to the come up. Okay, we gotta stop. We gotta stop with that narrative first. Cause we struggling, but it ain't that bad. It's not fucking that bad. Especially if you got two motherfuckers in the household. So we gotta stop with the struggle love. I feel like, and that is one of the key points I was talking about earlier, is working on yourself. When two individuals are working on themselves before they come into unionship, before they come into one, it's a lot easier. Why? Because we have analyzed inward, right? You know what? I have this problem. I have this problem. I have this problem. My finances aren't right. This isn't going on in my life. I'm a little toxic. I might beat a nigga up if he cheat on me and I don't want to go to jail. So I'm going to rely single. I'm going to look inward and I'm going to work on myself and I'm going to accept accountability for the issues I have before I meet another fucking person and go and try to make unionship with them, and let's just say they have issues and it turns out to be one clusterfuck. So I feel like we have to all accept to some degree that it's not always pointing the finger here. We can't blame this person, we can't blame that person, we can't blame the white person, we can't blame the black person, we can't blame the guys, we can't blame the women. Everybody got to start with looking internally. Internally. If you're aware of, if you are a person, and I'm just throwing shit out there. If you have been a person that somehow kept meeting the same person in a different body, like this chat, from any point of your life, in your dating life, whenever you date or even if you talk to somebody, if you've ever met a person and they all somehow seem to be the same way, just in a different body, like this chat. Like this chat. Because subconsciously, a lot of that stuff takes root of our childhood, our upbringing, the value of ourselves and how we see ourselves, and how we allow people in our spaces to come in and how to treat us. So all of that plays a key factor of working on yourself. And the average person is not doing that. The average person that you meet is not working on themselves in that degree. And a lot of people are afraid of sitting alone by themselves. You ever see somebody, they always got a boyfriend or they always got a girlfriend? It's always a different person every time. They either always got a boyfriend, they always got a nigga, they always got a bit. Hi, James. Or Jeff. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, yeah, Jeff. Thought that was James. Hi, Jeff. Thank you for joining in. We're talking about relationships and how we can resolve bringing back love, peace, and harmony back into not only our community, but across the board in the world. And something just to catch you up to speed real quick, I was saying that a lot of people have to start looking inward, you know, working on yourself being one of them, realizing that people have issues within themselves that they probably weren't even aware of. Thank you, Vegas. Yeah, Jeff. So, what is your input? What do you feel like can help our community in terms of relationships and unionship? What do you think that should be done when people are seeking to meet other people? Just let me know. Drop whatever you have to say in the chat. But yeah, y'all, like I said, we have to start looking inward and analyzing deeply. Like, we got to get to the root of, okay, I admit there's issues that's wrong with me. I admit that there may have been some traumatic events in my childhood. Um, uh, Not knowing the value of myself, and this is just general across the board. All of that plays a factor before you try to go make unionship with another individual. If you're a person, and like I said, nobody's perfect, right? But when you have high levels of things that need to be worked on, and you go try to have unionship with another person, and they may have things that are probably far worse than yours, and y'all try to get together, and y'all realize you're bumping heads because this person may not know how to communicate. This person may communicate too much, and they try to get that other person to talk, and they're not really ready to talk. Jeff said, more conversations, more understanding, real conversations humble you. That's true. And brings understanding. Yes. So a lot of the times this is going back to talking about this is going back talking about having those uncomfortable conversations, right? And then the average person not being able to sit by themselves. The average person is uncomfortable with themselves. They are uncomfortable. The average person puts on a facade. They are afraid to look in the mirror and say, hey, this is me and I have a problem. I have issues with myself. I don't like this about myself. I want to, they feel like they can't change something about themselves to make them better. And those are false narratives. What if you guys are having issues or whatever, you can change those issues. Everybody in this world, we're not going to be perfect. But if you're seeking love and you're seeking healing and you're seeking these things from other people and you're not getting it, you have to get it within yourself first. And this is serious. If I'm talking to you, please heart this live. You have to understand that, you know, things can be uncomfortable. But when you're growing, things are supposed to get uncomfortable. They're not supposed to be comfortable. When you're growing and you're elevating, shit is gonna get real. Shit is gonna be very humbling sometimes. And especially in a relationship, y'all gotta be able to talk shit out. You have to. And even if you can't communicate right there in the spot, you can open up your mouth and say, "Hey, you know what? Me, like I said, I'm an Aries. I'm a hothead. I have a mouth. I will say some shit that will probably hurt your feelings, and I don't like that about myself, right? And that's only when and it's like that's only if you push me. That's once you push me there. That's once I like lose control and you take me there and I'm there, I have learned to come back, breathe. We have to come back and breathe. And this is what I say. I said, "Hey, right now I have reached my peak and I may say some things that can be unforgiven. So please allow myself. This is for people that I don't know. This is what helps me. This is just for people that can't communicate. I don't know. Allow me to please give me my space. And I promise you, once I've cooled down, right? Once I've cooled down, we could pick this back up later. We could try again later because I have reached my peak. You have me here. And if I have respect for you and you have respect for me, you will allow me to have this time to myself so I could come back, calm down, and then we could pick this back up later. And if they don't, if they still trying to take you there, because you're gonna have people that's still trying to take you there, especially if you have made it aware enough that you're already there. If they're still trying to take you there after that, then that already lets you know they don't have respect for you. They're just trying to get a reaction out of you and they don't care about you. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Hey, Vegas. Thank you, Vegas. Thank you, Broken Lug Nuts. Thank you. Yes, y'all. This is what we have to do, man. So that's communication, right? So we've talked about communication. What are some other things that you feel that can provoke a relationship, let's say? Amen. Thank you, Broken Lug Nuts. Yes. So what are some things that you guys feel like can also provoke relationships? So we've there's communication, lack of communication. Do y'all feel that social media can play into relationships? Me personally, I used I used to think that it was social media, but hear me out. Before y'all hit me up in the chat. When I was younger and I was in college, I was a lurker. Let's see. Let's Jeff said people have a lot of unrealistic expectations. It's accepting your person and their flaws. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So for those that are in a relationship, so Jeff, would you say when you say people have unrealistic expectations, can you touch a little bit more about that? Like, can you go a little bit into depth? Because some people could take that into two different, several different ways. What do you mean by unrealistic expectations? But I do agree with you when you say accepting your person and their flaws. Yes, if you're in a relationship and you chose to be in a relationship in that person, you have to come to an agreement at some degree. You're accepting them flaws and all. Whether that's, hey, I accept you for who you are. Um, whatever your flaws is, we can try to work on it. And that's if you're in a relationship and you're willing to um work on that with that person, I accept you for who you are. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a good one. A lot of going back to social media, a lot of people feel like social media is an issue in relationships. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm in the middle with that only because you're not in a relationship with social media. You're in a relationship with your person. So I'm in the middle only because when I was younger, I used to be a lurker, right? And I dated a guy. We shouldn't say his name, Chris. I dated a guy named Chris, and I used to stay up late night lurking in this man's phone. I would have my college classes, I would be taking my tests, I had his passwords, I had all his information, and I had a whole separate device with all his social media accounts on that my tablet, all his social media accounts on my tablet. To where if I was working on my class or getting ready for a test and I would hear the tablet go off, I'm running to the tablet to see who would text him and stuff like that. And it's like that was draining. That was draining. When we be together, and sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be right. I'd be right on some of the stuff because when we be together and when your person is like kind of moving different or acting different, I would lurk through his phone. And my thing is, I stopped going through phones because I've learned at a very young age, you're gonna find what you're looking for. You go through your man's phone or you go through your girl's phone, not, 8 times, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna find what you're looking for. So, me personally, I don't really care about social media like that. I don't care about um phone passwords. If you want my phone password, I have no problem giving it to you. Or if you want my social media account passwords, I don't care. If you want to have it here. But me personally, I just don't go through phones anymore and I don't lurk accounts because like I said, just off that one situation, it drove me crazy. It distracted me. And I feel like it did more harm to the relationship than it did positive because I just found myself always finding a reason to argue with my boyfriend at the time. Oh, who's this? Who's that? Da 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 da. That shit was draining me. I ain't gonna cap. Jeff said people have a lot. Oh, okay, I read that already. Jeff said social media, most men lust for a woman. A lot of women are looking for a bag and it gets tricky. Okay, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. Social media, most men lust for a woman. But that's why I say I'm in the middle with social media because you still have the option to not go off of social media. We still have the option to meet people in real time at real places. And I feel like social media, I ain't gonna lie, when I was in college, I years ago, I had to actually do a study on social media dating versus traditional dating. And I'm gonna choose traditional each time because back I don't know about these apps and stuff now. I never really got into the whole dating online shit. That shit is corny to me, in my opinion. Now I know some people have met their spouses and stuff like that on social media. It's corny to me because anybody could sit behind the screen and say whatever. Any there you got catfish for a reason. There's a show catfish for a reason. But anybody can sit behind the screen and say things that sound good. You know what I'm saying? Or they could catfish their picture or they could lie. So I feel like it's corny to me. I feel like traditional dating is always going to be the best because you meet people in real time. People when you see people yes, the real world is much better. Yeah. You meet people in real time and then they don't have time to lie or fabricate or come up with a storyline to impress you. But I feel like the reason that gets tricky in traditional dating is because a lot of people can't take rejection. A lot of people that can't. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I know I'm a very beautiful woman. You know I don't get approached? I get approached sometimes. I get a lot of stares though. I get a lot of stares and I don't get approached. Why? Because a lot of people, men or women, because I've had women hit on me too, men and women feel rejection because they see a person and their appearance and that makes them feel some type of way versus is instead of them just saying hey how you doing you don't even have to necessarily get at her or him. Hey, how you doing? I liked your swag. I just wanted to introduce myself, if you don't want to talk that's fine. I just wanted to introduce myself and let you know what I got going on, whatever. But I feel like a lot of people are have fear of rejection or they don't have that confidence enough to come up and just speak. And that's okay, right? Like and I feel like that still touches back on knowing who you are in a great way to where it's like none of this me like I said I'm very in tune. If I keep talking crazy it's because I'm very in tune and I'm very like spiritual. None of this shit is real anyway. We all here having a fucking in-body experience, right? So we can't let our mind get the best of us. Oh, I don't want to go talk to her because she look like a stuck-up bitch and she's probably gonna reject me and I'm gonna get mad and yeah. We don't know these people. Some people have a natural resting bitch face. If I'm not talking or if I'm not engaging in a conversation with people, y'all would swear I'll have a resting bitch face. I promise you. But I'm not like that. I'm very sweet. I'm very kind. But out of my personal experience, I don't get approached like that. So I feel like just go overall when it comes to dating, you got to be ready for the rejection. And you can't allow it. And like I said, every rejection, if you are getting rejected, you got to understand, you still got to go to the root of the problem here, right? We see what's going on in the world. Everybody has a phone. So 9 times out of 10, if you're being rejected, it probably ain't you. It's probably in fear of what the fuck the man or the woman might get themselves into. It's probably just fear. People got to stop putting insecurities out on other people. And I feel like that's another thing that's hurting relationships. Real, true insecurities, right? If we're speaking on traditional dating, if we're speaking on what did Jeff say? Always met in person without social media, usually met someone out in public. Yeah. Now I don't know what these new sites are now. I know a lot of people be on these apps and more power to y'all. More power to y'all if you guys are on these apps, these dating apps. Um I can't get jiggy with that shit. I'm gonna keep it on it. I'm sorry, y'all. I need to put my phone on D&D. All these notifications. But I can't get jiggy with the the dating apps and all that mess because I'm in fear for my life when it comes to that. I would be afraid motherfuckers try to kidnap me or some shit. I don't even care what you got going on. Is you a real person? Is you trying to kill me? That's why I can't get jiggy with the dating apps because people are not who they say they are. Some people are out here looking for their next victim. So, like I said, if y'all are on them dating apps, more power to y'all, because it couldn't be me. But if it's working out for you, good, great, be safe, you know. Another thing is in fear of my life, but also going back to people can lie behind the screen. They can make we got chat GPT now. People make up storylines based on your interests and tell you all the things you want to hear and they don't be true. And then I even heard now on TikTok, apparently there's a thing where people are on these dating apps and they're deliberately ghosting people. They plan to meet up. They're on the dating apps. They plan to go on a date somewhere. And people will literally sit in the car, or if they see you come out and they don't like the way you look, they just gonna ghost your ass. And I just feel like, really? Is this what we're really doing in 2020, 2020? What the fuck? I don't even know what the fuck year it is. Is that really what we're doing in this time? And like I was stating earlier, people need to be in their lane. Why are we switching lanes? I was just speaking on this earlier. If you're looking for this, get you a person that wants this. If you're looking for that, get you a person that wants that. If you're looking for this over here, get with that person, so on and so forth. But I don't know why we're switching lanes, people. Why are we playing a field over here, playing another field over there? Is it for a ego boost? Your ego is so fractured that you feel like you gotta go. Like I said, men and women, because women do it too. This is no shade on nobody in particular. This is a general public announcement. Men and women. I don't get the ghosting thing. Actually, I got a little short story time for that. Broken lug nuts. The dating apps ain't no way. I wouldn't never try one, just too risky. Be my luck would be married. Be my luck would be married woman. Yeah, like nobody has time for that. Nobody has no time for that. Thank you for sharing broken lug nuts. But a little story time for y'all. Told y'all I ain't been in a relationship since 2018. I'm gonna keep reiterating that. But I work, I be doing my own thing, right? A man, do I really want to call him a man? I'm gonna just say an individual, right? Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm bitter. I'm not bitter, but I feel salty. I just feel salty because I don't get it. I feel salty because I don't understand the logic. So an individual had interest in me, and he was cool. Like he was cute, he cool. He seemed cool at the time. Um, he wanted to get to know me. I was fine with that. We exchanged numbers and stuff like that. So everything was cool. So he was somebody I would say I would have an interest in, right? And then it took to a weird turn. Nothing's ever good, and now is how it's being presented to be. It takes a weird toll. So we're in the midst of us talking and getting to know one another. He tells me that he was previously married. The divorce finalized last year in August. I'm like, okay, okay. Then he proceeds to say that first he's gassing me up, talking about, oh, if you were my woman, you wouldn't have to work, you could just be beautiful, you could stay at home. And I'm just like, what are you getting at, nigga? What are you getting at? What is your plot? What is your plot here with these lies, right? He's telling me all these things. Then he proceeds. So I just asked him, like, what are you looking for, right? What are you looking for? He says he wants somebody. He's tired of running into these women or whatever. He was looking for something real. And I'm like, oh, okay, like he sounds like he's serious. Then he, in the same breath, tells me, well, there is this girl I occasionally have sex with from time to time, but she has more than I have. She only uses me for sex. So why you on my face? So I'm like, okay, like, he's like, and I'm only telling you because I feel should be honest. I'm gonna give him credit for being honest because we were just speaking about honesty earlier. So I'm not gonna renege on what I said earlier because I respected the honesty. You felt like I needed to know that you was occasionally cracking some bitch. Now I got the power to see if I want to entertain the shit. And I said no. I said no. And I told him, you know what, I'd rather deal with someone that was 100% single. I'm talking about no sides, no halves, no hims, no hers, no this, no that, no dog, no cat. That's a double entendre. That's a bar. But you see what I'm trying to get at? I'd rather be dealing with somebody that's single because guess what? If the tables were turned and I was a woman and I was like, hey, I like you and stuff like that, but occasionally I got my ex cracking my shit fucking three of the 7 days of the week. And you nigga gonna be like, hell no, I don't want that shit. Girl, you getting cracked by a whole nother. So it's just kind of like, really? So I couldn't even, a lot of this shit that he said was just double on red flag, and I couldn't do with it. But yeah, broken lug nuts. Oh, we already read that one. True. Broken lug nuts. It didn't have say no way. I would never. Yep. Mm-hmm. He should be with her. Your heart is too precious. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jeff says, see, the conversation got that out of the way. Yes. And it's like, I feel like men and women, I feel like people are so in their lust. Men, I'm gonna speak to y'all for real quick. Y'all need to practice some semen retention because your semen is energy too. Every time you on Pornhub, look, I ain't no shit. I'll be on Pornhub. It's a drought, okay? I ain't fucking nothing. And during my celibacy, I'll be on Pornhub too. So ain't no shade. But if y'all niggas is on Pornhub or whatever, y'all need to control y'all lust. Do you not know this same guy asked if I had an OnlyFans? Because he couldn't fathom, damn, this woman is very beautiful. She gotta have OnlyFans. Y'all ain't used to seeing pretty women aside from OnlyFans? And this is just the woman's side. This is just because I'm not a man. I don't know what y'all go through, but I'm gonna tell you from the woman's perspective of things. This is what I have to hear. This is what I have to deal with, right? He's like, "You're just so beautiful. You gotta have OnlyFans." Now I know sometimes I'll be showing a little skin, but it be hot. The fuck? You seen how it was years ago when we was in nature? Women wasn't wearing shit. Okay, naturally, I want to be free, but I can't. I can't walk around with pussy and ass out. I can't. I can't do that. I can, but if I was to do that, I would be in fear of my life of someone coming to do something to me. Whatever. That's another story. But this is just the woman's side, or at least I'll speak for myself, but what I have to deal with, you know? And I'm not even a picky person. It's just a lot of the average person lacks basic respect. A lot of y'all don't know how to court. Let's be real. Did y'all parents teach you how to court? Did you go to debutantes? Did you get taught to pull out a chair for a woman? Push her chair in? No one's doing that. And I know some guys gonna be in the comments, well, women don't do this anymore. And like I said, I'm not trying to turn this platform into a debate because we see that all around. All I'm just speaking on is just from my personal experience. And I want everyone to have the floor on, okay, we know what the issues are and how can we resolve this, right? How can we resolve this? But I tend to share lights on some of these issues because it's there. We can't act like it's not there. You know, even in relationships, was it always your partner's fault in some things? Was it really always the other person? Even if you felt like maybe there are things you missed by mistake, though, are there issues that you have within yourself that you probably wasn't even aware of? Because that for me in my when I used to date and stuff like that, being young too, being so young and everybody has their own definition of dating too, but being in a relationship, right? We think in relationships is just all cool and gravy, and it's not. Me, I got a smart ass mouth. Most men have lost a romantic vibe. And that's sad. I'm not even sure if guys want to be romantic, right? I'm not even sure if guys, because I'm not a guy. I can't speak on what guys feel and do and stuff, but I don't know. Do y'all want to be romantic? Do y'all actually want to be romantic to a girl? But then I know I have seen just on social media with some women are even calling guys simps for being romantic. Like, what the fuck? What do you want? I, I want romance. So it's like it's so confusing on both sides. It's so fucking confusing. And that shit is like it's draining as fuck because ain't no fucking way, bro. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. But being the young girl I was, seeing my parents be in love from the, they did eventually split. My dad, he died a couple years back. But oh, Vegas said Cash App. Desi, DEZZITHABADDIE. Desi, Baddie, BADDIE. And it's gonna be a picture of me. Hold on, chat. I'm gonna pause this live for a second. Let me see. Y'all. Vegas, I just sent you my Cash App to your personal cell phone. But growing up and seeing my parents, you know, in love and taking care of one another, I thought when I got grown and I grew up and as I got older, I thought I was gonna experience that. And unfortunately I didn't. I had some okay relationships, cool relationships, but it eventually turned to turmoil and people be cheating and shit. But now in 2026, and I'm still, keeping to myself and choosing to be celibate because it gets to a point, and I had reached my breaking point long time ago, and I chose the celibacy rule because I know what I want. I've been there, done that. I don't do the casual hookup thing. I am a lover girl. I am a lover girl. It don't come to me with that bare minimum bullshit. Don't come to me with the I just want to hook up. And that's another thing. Lust have really ruined y'all. Lust have really ruined people. You guys are looking at I don't know. I'm just gonna say women too, because some women, it be crazy. Some women be hitting it and quitting it too, and that scares me because it's like, did you just get desensitized over time? Because naturally, like I said, we're not built like that, bro. I'm sorry, we're not built like that. But it takes two to tangle. I'm not finna blame women, and I'm not finna blame all of men. It takes two to tangle to do the dance. You do the dancey dance, and you get in her pantsy pants, and yeah, it takes two to tangle. Jeff said, LOL, lust will lead you to a woman that can't cook, dirty house, bad hygiene. I don't know how you got there, Jeff. Like you said, the lust. Don't believe the lie. Jeff said, hell nah. That's crazy. But yeah, lust will lead you to some shit, bro. It will do that. It will do that. And if we're not careful, oh my God, my light is dying. Y'all, my light is dying. It's okay. Hold on. Actually, let's do this. I'm gonna take my charger off my phone. It's okay. We just gonna let it do what it do. But if you're not careful, lust will lead you to a road of destruction. Get to know a person. Stop trying to rush into bed with them. If you are trying to rush into bed with somebody, be protected and go get a person that wants the same thing. Go get a person that wants the same thing you want. If y'all want to have casual sex, Get you be we have to be upfront here. We have to be upfront. Hey, I'm looking for a girl that's gonna occasionally fuck me 2, 3 times a week. Do you want to do that? Oh, you gonna have to pay me first. You can't get you got needs, she got needs. You can't get mad. That's all I'm saying. You got needs, she got needs. But if there's some terms and conditions there, okay, cool. But if not, for those that are trying to be in committed relationships and actually want something, stop trying to run through men, stop trying to run through women. Broken Love Next says takes time. Maybe when I was younger, I would fall in love very quickly, but now, no. But being 5'1" is not big deal now. Oh, being 51, I'm sorry, but being 51 is not a big deal now. So yeah, so me, I ain't gonna lie. If I like you and the vibe's good, I'm in love in 1 second. That's where my delusions be at. I ain't gonna lie to you. If the vibe is cool and we're both attracted to one another, I'm already in love 9 times out of 10. But I'm gonna hide that craziness first. I'm gonna hide the craziness, and I still want to see. I still want to see where you're at. I still want to see what your head's at. Because when I was younger, don't get me wrong, I was in a land of delusion. This is my man. This is my man. Sorry, y'all. This shit keep timing out. I met beautiful women after 10 minutes of talking can make someone unattractive. Exactly. That's true. What my mom used to say is you could get to know somebody and what they're like within 5 minutes of communication. Just have 5 minutes of communication with them. That'll tell you everything you need to know. Within 5 minutes, you can kind of see where their mind is at, how their mentality is. Just tell you everything you need to know. And this is why I said traditional dating works better for me because you don't have time to sit behind a screen and make up a script, a lie of what sounds good. I get to see your body language. I get to see your reaction to things of what I say. And I'm an empath. You ain't even really got to speak for real. I'ma just know off your energy. I'm an empath, bro. It's a blessing and a curse. It's been a curse for me a lot because it's like I feel everything and it's so strong. That's why I say y'all, like I'm very in tune, I'm very spiritual. So that's another thing with the casual sex thing. It doesn't work for me because I be feeling these energies. And a lot of the times when y'all sleeping with women or men, you're sleeping with individuals, you take on their past partners, you take on how they feel about themselves, you take on the evil dirt that they've done wrong to other people. And I don't know about y'all, but another reason why I did my celibacy road is because that was draining after, because I knew in my heart I wanted something real. I knew in my heart I didn't want to just be laying up with somebody and they be gone the next. I knew in my heart that a lot of people have demons on them. And with me being an empath, I had to feel that spiritual weight. And I feel like the more you work on yourself, the more you raise your vibration, you're taking problems. And that's why I said union. And I'm gonna end it here because we almost been about an hour live, and I'll try to I'm gonna pick a day where I'll send y'all notifications when I can or when I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna try to do lives around 8 o'clock before bed. That kind of works better for me. 8 p.m. Eastern time. But I'm gonna end it here. This is what I was talking about earlier. People working on themselves solely internally. When you work on yourself and you know what you want and you know that other people are going to have needs, you have to be ready before you enter that unionship. Ask yourself, am I toxic? The things that I do, could it possibly piss somebody off? Am I ready to hear their mouth? Or am I ready to deal with their reaction to the things that I do? And vice versa. Am I ready to same thing, so on and so forth. So it just goes back to, what we want, honesty, communication, and working on ourselves, and that's just my idea of it, of how we could kind of restore love, peace back into the relationships and back into humanity. But like I said, y'all, I love y'all. I'm finna get off this live. I got work tomorrow. I gotta get these kids up ready for school. I hope everybody take what resonate. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and y'all be safe. And tune in. If you don't haven't already, subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share this live. But peace and love and good night. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you. Bye.